What's good, YouTube? Welcome to the knockout stage of the FIFA 18 World Cup. Today, we are back with Mexico. I will try to commentate this full video, unlike the last one. I was in a bit of a rush to get that video out because many YouTubers were getting out their FIFA World Cup journeys, but now I'm going to try to make this whole video entertaining for you guys. It's over half an hour long, so sit back, relax. We're going to have some fun today. So as you can see, in the World Cup bracket, Uruguay, Denmark, Brazil, Belgium, Portugal, and France are the 6 teams out of 8 that have made the quarterfinals. Mexico, Switzerland, Poland, and England yet to decide their fates in the FIFA World Cup. So again, we could potentially play England in the quarterfinals if we can beat Switzerland. That would be a heck of a game, and I would look forward to that. As you can see here, the top goal scorer so far at the World Cup is Andre Silva from Portugal. Quite surprising there. You'd expect Ronaldo, not Silva, to be doing that. Neymar, Timo Werner, Luis Suarez behind him, and then Coutinho, Jorgensen, Harry Kane, Mohamed Salah with 3. There are a couple Mexican players like Carlos Vela and Chicharito who were able to make it in the top 20 goal scorers, but as long as we keep progressing in the tournament, we will have many opportunities to be able to get those players, Vela and Chicharito, more goals, and potentially maybe get them a golden boot. In the assists column, as you guys saw, Hector Herrera doing bits, Hernandez, Layun doing well, and for the most part, our first team just is doing a really good job of passing it around, distributing, and getting goals, and scoring against every team in the FIFA 18 World Cup. We're going to go with the same starting lineup. The one change I did decide to make is I decided to bring in Dos Santos for Reyes. I know Andres Guardado at a center defensive mid position can play like right in front of that back four, so that's what I decided to do. I put Guardado in that center defensive midfield role, and then I've got Hector Herrera and Dos Santos, who are both kind of attack-minded midfield players in the middle where they can distribute to Hernandez Lozano as well as Jesus Corona. So again, I will be changing up this lineup as the tournament progresses. I want both my wingers to be getting in behind. Lozano and Corona are both pacey enough that they can use their strength and their pace to get behind defenses and just create a lot of trouble for teams in the FIFA World Cup. Our second team, pretty much the same. Fabian, Jimenez, Vela, although Vela could rotate with our first team in this tournament. Moreno, Layun, and Salcido from our first team continue to play. And then Dos Santos, both of the Dos Santos brothers, will be playing on that second team. So we had a pretty decent amount of success in the last episode with these two teams. I mean, we beat Germany, we beat Sweden, and we drew against South Korea with those two teams. So I expect more success here against Switzerland. So heading into our game against Switzerland, I've got my strongest first team and our fans are ready to go. Let's take a look at the lineup. We've got Vela, Jimenez, Fabian on the bench, Ochoa ready to go. In goal, Salcido, Araujo, Moreno, Miguel Layun playing in that back four, Dos Santos, Guardado, Herrera playing in that middle. Guardado is going to be big today in that holding midfielder, and then Corona, Hernandez, and Lozano up top against that Switzerland defense. Switzerland have a pretty interesting team coming into this game. They've got Jan Sommer, Jan Sommer in goal, Berkey on the bench. They've got Lichtsteiner, Akanji, Schär, Rodriguez in the defense, Granit Xhaka, Fernandez in that holding midfield, Shaqiri, Valentin Stalker, Ricardo Stefan, and then Haris Seferovic. So a lot of underrated talent on this Switzerland team. We've got even guys like Mbolo and Zuber on the bench. So this is a deep Switzerland team that we're going up against in the round of 16. 10 minutes in though, Giovanni Dos Santos getting it on. Take a look at this through ball in towards Corona. We're always good at distributing the ball, and we're showing it off right here. But look at this roulette from Dos Santos to get away from his marker and put it into the left corner of that. Brilliant play from him, justifying his selection into the first team. 12 minutes in, look at this bit of skill from him. Dos Santos takes the ball, takes one touch, roulettes perfectly past his marker, and then that's a heck of a finish right there. Great pass through from Chicharito to put it right into his path so that he could do his skill move just before the defender got to it. However, about 2 minutes later, take a look right here. Xherdan Shaqiri gets in behind, and on his weaker right foot, he somehow puts it top left corner right past Guillermo Ochoa. Take a look right here. Renato Stefan cuts it in on his left foot. Shaqiri is in between two Mexican defenders and Guillermo Ochoa, and Stefan somehow finds him with a perfect through ball to make it 1-1. And Switzerland gave us some trouble early on after that. Dos Santos, though, came on the attack. He's going to feed Chicharito. Chicharito is going to feed Irving Lozano. Lozano, using his pace here, has to get the shot away. But Jan Sommer, one of the best goalkeepers in the Bundesliga and arguably in the world, makes a pretty good save. Guardado now. He's pretty good at set pieces. However, the header here from Hector Moreno just wasn't good enough, and Sommer made a pretty easy save there. 40th minute now. Switzerland again. They gave me a lot more trouble than I was expecting them to. And as you can see here, Seferovic with the back heel into Stalker. He's going to feed Ricardo Steffen up to Shaqiri. I thought they were both offside, but they weren't. And my lack of consciousness about the fact that they were onside kind of messed me up here, because I kind of stopped trying to defend. I thought that was going to be called offside, but it wasn't. So my defender did not clear the ball away, and as a result, it falls to Renato Steffen. God, why do I keep calling him Ricardo? And yeah, Switzerland, 2-1. Not good. 64th minute, though. We've played from behind before in this tournament. We can definitely get back into this game. As you can see here, Corona's in a lot of space. Corona holds it up, waits for Chicharito to get behind his marker, and that is a beautiful finish. I'm telling you guys, driven passes into the box in FIFA 18 are OP. If you just wait for your striker to peel off his man, all you have to do is just hold left bumper and X, drive that ball into the box, and just let your striker do the rest. I think it might be right bumper and X, but on Xbox, yeah, you can do this really often. Just put balls in the box with a lot of pace and let your strikers just direct it on goal. So, a couple minutes later, Herving Lozano, again, Chucky getting up front, winning the ball back, feeding Chicharito Hernandez, and just like that, it was 2-1 about 8 minutes ago, and now it's 3-2. Just like that, this Mexican national team is so good at fighting back from deficits. 2-1 down with only 26 minutes left, and 8 minutes later, would you look at that? Chicharito Hernandez makes it 3-2, and we look to be in a pretty commanding position here against Switzerland, but nevertheless, you can never rest against a team with Shaqiri. And as you can see there, we get called for a really soft foul on Shaqiri. The 75th minute now. Switzerland with Shaqiri cross it in. It's going to come to Steven Zuber. And just like that, 3-3. 15 minutes left. I thought I could see this game out, but to be fair, this shouldn't have even been a free kick in the first place. I mean, it was a soft foul on Shaqiri, who also puts the ball in and gets the assist, but it's a little bit frustrating that referees, even in FIFA 18 still, are making soft calls like that. Now, 87th minute. Surely Switzerland are not going to get a winner here. But Zuber feeds Lichtsteiner. Lichtsteiner up to Manuel Akanji. The center back can't direct it on goal. If that was Shaqiri or someone else, that might have been in the back of the net. So we get away with it against Switzerland. But now it's going to be time for extra time. So 3-3, our first game of the knockout stage, and we're going to extra time. 102nd minute, we feed Raul Jimenez. Jimenez loses the ball. Switzerland coming on the attack. Take a look right here. It's going to be Akanji again. The center back playing as a midfield player. He probably shouldn't be doing that because he just lost the ball. Jimenez back up in towards Herrera. Down to Jimenez. Raul Jimenez on that stronger left foot. Boom, baby. Score. 2 minutes of added time. We only needed 37 seconds of that to get a goal against Switzerland. In the 105th minute, Raul Jimenez, with 3 Switzerland players chasing after him, beats Jan Sommer with that left foot. It wasn't even in the corner. He just powered that home. And finally, we retake the lead. And eventually, this time around, we were able to keep it, even with some late pressure from, again, Manuel Akanji in Switzerland. Shaqiri here up to Seferovic, playing some really nice stuff. This is looking like Germany and Spain out there, but Switzerland just couldn't do enough. And as you can see there, Mexico, we survive. We barely get by against a really good Switzerland team. Again, they only had 3 shots on target. My goalkeeper, Ochoa, needs to be doing a little bit better, but for the most part, I offensively got it done, so I didn't have to worry about much afterwards. As you can see here, as I was hoping, we get England in the quarterfinals. On the other side of the bracket, Uruguay and Belgium make it into the semifinals, so that should be a heck of a match. But the main thing now is, can we beat an England team that usually underperforms in the FIFA World Cup? So as you can see there, England needed penalties to beat Poland. If we can beat England, we'll have to play the winner of Portugal and France. To be fair, at this point of the World Cup, you're going to have to expect teams like that, because when you make the quarterfinals of the World Cup, you're going up against the big teams. Rarely will you ever go up against like a Costa Rica or someone who just somehow makes it into that part of the World Cup. So I'm not really surprised that we're playing England or a team of England's caliber, but still, this is going to be difficult, guys. This is going to be Very, very tricky. Jamie Vardy, Raheem Sterling, all very capable players. But this Mexico team can beat anyone, as we know. So, heading into this game, same goalkeeper, Ochoa. I'm hoping he'll make a little more saves today. One change to our back four as Aguilar comes in for Salcido. Salcido not at 100% fitness, so I figured I would go ahead and make that change. One more change in attack as Vela comes in for Corona again. Corona not at 100% fitness, so I figured Carlos Vela, with his attacking ability, would be a better option. England, look at this bench. Ali, Rashford, Klein, Lallana. Their defense is 5 people. Walker, Stones, Jones, Smalling, all more than capable of making mistakes, so I'll be attacking them frequently this game. Sterling playing center attacking mid today, and then Vardy and Kane in a 5-2-1-2 formation for England. What on earth is Gareth Southgate doing? I don't know, but this is the England lineup. Let's see how they do. 9 minutes in, Jamie Vardy taking his time. Picks out a perfect through ball to Raheem Sterling, who should be scoring from there. But Guillermo Ochoa gets us out of jail, and somehow, some way, we don't concede there. 26th minute now, Miguel Layun trying to get an attack started. Keep in mind, he's a left back who is a right footer, so he's going to cut it in here towards Chicharito Hernandez. He's going to fake shot. He's going to feed Dos Santos. Giovanni Dos Santos takes his time. He's going to cut it in here onto his right foot, but Jack Butland with a really good save. Jack Butland is OP in FIFA, so expect some more saves here against the Englishman. I wouldn't be surprised if he moved to a bigger club from Stoke in the summer, so we'll see what happens there. Miguel Layun with the ball in, and again, England repel us. Carlos Vela now on the attack. He's going to go up in towards Layun. I'm not sure how I didn't lose that ball, but Miguel Layun keeps it. He's going to feed Guardado. Guardado back up to Layun. Miguel Layun up to Lozano. Irving Lozano with the shot. It's well saved. Vela's going to take it. He's going to feed Chicharito, and that's one hell of a volley from Chicharito Hernandez. His volleying ability is so good. I'm not even kidding. He just took that ball out of the air. Carlos Vela deserves some credit, too, for taking that ball out of the air, putting it right into the path of Chicharito Hernandez, and then that's a great finish. That is such a good finish. No goalkeeper in the world is going to save that from Chicharito. Now, Vardy coming on the attack. The pacey Englishman goes up to Adam Lallana. Lallana is going to feed Raheem Sterling. It's 1-1, or is it? Nope, Sterling did not time his run well. That time, we did just enough in defense. As a matter of fact, at the very last moment, I stopped running with Sterling, and that's the only reason he was offside. But a couple minutes later, Harry Kane now getting in behind our defense. He's going to take his time here. He's got 2 Mexico players on him. He somehow gets out of there. We get the ball out, but Adam Lallana is going to retrieve it. Chicharito trying to get the ball off Lallana. Lallana's too strong. He's going to find the opening, and with 13 minutes left, England get out of jail. Adam Lallana with a clutch goal here. Take a look. Chicharito all over him. Gets a couple hands on him, but to be fair, he really wasn't defending him that well. I guess I shouldn't really be expecting that considering Javier Hernandez is a striker, but yeah, we gave Lallana too much space there. Now, 88th minute. We're really getting into crunch time now. I'm taking my time on the edge of England's penalty area. Lozano with a chance for the winner. And Butland, Jack Butland, makes the save. I'm telling you guys, he is so OP in FIFA. Not just in FIFA 17, but also in FIFA 18. Jack Butland is ridiculously good beyond his ratings. And as you can see there, we have 2 guys flying in for the header. Butland catches another game in the knockout stage. That's going to be going into extra time. England starting off extra time very brightly. Dele Alli on as a substitute. He's going to feed Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling with space to run here. He's going to cut it onto his right, but he somehow gets that ball in. I'm pretty sure that ricocheted off a Mexico defender, but either way, it somehow gets into the box and we get away with it. Marco Fabian getting us on the run. He's going to feed Jesus Corona, who is on for Carlos Vela. He's going to cut it in. Beautiful Ronaldo chop. Chance, one-on-one, and Butland just needs to fuck off. Seriously, he's so good in FIFA. And now, England with a chance to make us pay for not scoring that chance. Harry Kane is going to go up in towards Marcus Rashford. He gets fouled in the process, but I figured I'd let England play the advantage. Bad decision on my part. Marcus Rashford accelerates, and with the advantage being played, he makes it 2-1. Yeah, I was hoping I could get the ball off Rashford, but I kind of forgot that he came on as a substitute, so he was full of energy, and he showed it right here. In between 4 Mexico players, finds the opening, and he beats Ochoa. That's an unreal finish from Marcus Rashford. Unreal from England. They're now in the lead. Only 18 minutes left now in added time. Reyes takes his time, feeds Herrera up to Lozano. Surely hurrying Lozano. is going to score from there, and he does. Jack Butland, nothing he can do about that. Every goal we've scored against Butland had to be in the opposite direction of the way he's diving. So as you can see here, Lozano goes to the right side. Butland dove to the left. So again, it's all a guessing game at that point. When you're 1v1 with the goalkeeper, you just have to be decisive. And that's what I was. 113th minute now. Corona accelerates. His legs are fresh. He's going to cross it in. It gets repelled. We still have it, though. It's going to be Lozano. Back up to Reyes. He's going to have his shot saved. And eventually, as you can see there, he was actually offside. Anyway, we kept attacking. This is positive play from Mexico. We're going to eventually do some insane skills with Herving Lozano and somehow miss an open goal with Jesus Corona. Unreal stuff here. I mean, you would expect Lozano to score after absolutely destroying Chris Smalling there, but eventually England, they recover and they force penalties. Yes, 19 shots, 14 on target, and we're going to penalties. England might pull off the biggest robbery of the World Cup yet if they manage to win in penalties. Surely England will be England and choke here, but I don't know. With Butland in goal, anything can happen. So here we go. Marco Fabian is going to aim to the right, and Butland with another big-time save. Next up, it's Harry Kane. You would put your house on Harry Kane scoring this, but as you will see here, Harry Kane got too cheeky. He got way too cheeky, and he tried to chip me. It goes wide. Eventually, Miguel Layún does keep his bearings, and he makes it 1-0. Advantage Mexico. Marcus Rashford now with his shot. He's going to go to the right corner. That actually wasn't a bad penalty, but that was a really good save from Ochoa. He guessed the right way. Now Javier Hernandez goes to the right, scores 2-0. Bigger advantage, Mexico. Ochoa against Lallana. Lallana is going to go to the left, and Ochoa, holy cow, I love this guy. He's coming up huge for us in this penalty shootout, playing better than Jack Butland, and eventually Jesus Corona ends England. England out of the World Cup in typical England fashion. 3-0 on penalties. Mexico, to be fair, 19 shots, 14 on target, 12 saves. 12 for Jack Butland. Lozano with the 9.0, but with those kinds of match facts, you would expect Mexico to make it through into the quarterfinals. I would feel very hard done not to make it into the semifinals with that sort of performance, but nevertheless, we have gotten the farthest ever with Mexico. Keep in mind, the farthest they've ever gotten is a quarterfinal. So now in the semifinals, we have broken that record, and now we get to play France. Yes, probably the deepest team in the world. France is going to be our biggest opponent yet in Moscow. So at the moment, Uruguay, Belgium, France, and Mexico are the final 4 teams in the FIFA 18 World Cup. France, probably the favorite right now because, I mean, this is the stacked team. This is a really stacked team. Sidibe, Lloris, Rafael Varane, Pogba, Kanté, Griezmann, Mbappe, Ousmane. I mean, there's so many good French players. I guarantee you their bench for this game is probably better than most of the teams starting in the World Cup. Take a look right there. Mandanda, Kimpembe, Pogba, Giroud, Laporte, Tolisso, Lacazette on the bench. Their defense has Sidibe, Varane, Mendy. They've got Dembele, Matuidi, Kanté, Lemar starting, Griezmann, and then Mbappe as well. No Pogba in the starting lineup, which kind of surprised me. They've got Matuidi as well as Kanté instead of Pogba, but I don't think Manchester United fans are going to be too happy about that, but I don't really care. Mexico, we're going to come in, same back four. Salcido back in the starting lineup. Moreno, Reyes, and the other Reyes starting at center back. Dos Santos, Guardado, Herrera. To be fair, those 3 have been our unsung heroes in the World Cup. I've been raving about Corona, Hernandez, and Vela, but Herrera, Guardado, and Jonathan Dos Santos have been unreal for us in this World Cup, and they continued to do so against France here. Take a look right here. Carlos Salcido starting the attack. He's going to go down in towards Reyes. He's going to feed Carlos Vela on his right foot. Puts the ball in, and then Hugo Lloris just forgot how to be a goalkeeper there. This is something I've noticed in FIFA 18. If you hit a volley from like 6 to 8 yards out, you're pretty much guaranteed 99% of the time to score. Like, I don't understand why this is a thing in FIFA 18. From that angle, I have no business, literally no business, scoring, but Hugo Lloris, what is he doing? His knees just buckle away from the ball, and it's 1-0. Jesus Corona gives us the lead against France. And now France not playing well at the moment. That goal seems to have knocked off their confidence. And Mexico playing stronger by the minute, as you will see there. Javier Hernandez with a nice turn. The ball roll to Carlos Vela. Carlos Vela easily gets past his defender, and he makes it 2-0. Unreal scenes in Moscow. Mexico shocking the world, taking the lead against France, but Carlos Vela gets past this man. Great ball from Guardado, who was surrounded when he made that pass. Because Guardado was surrounded and he made that pass, Vela was 1v1 with the defender. He beats his defender, and then, of course, he beat Hugo Lloris. Vela back up in towards Reyes. Good save. Ball comes back to Corona. He's going to put it in. And Chicharito, as you guys already know, as you guys have already seen, against England, volleys it into the roof of the net, or was it against Switzerland? Either way, this was a very similar goal to the one he had earlier, except this time instead of Vela assisting, it's Corona assisting. And what a finish again. I mean, is there any goalkeeper that saves that? Hugo Lloris is just flapping his arms at that. What a goal from Javier Hernandez to make it 3-0. And at this point, France were just out of ideas. They almost scored here because of my own goalkeeping error, but again, it just seems like in FIFA 18, whenever I play against bigger teams, I have it easier than I do against smaller teams. It's so weird. I don't know if you guys have experienced this in the FIFA World Cup mode, but like, I can beat Germany, I can beat France, I can beat England easily, but if I go up against a smaller team like Switzerland, I have a ton of trouble. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know if it's like an algorithm issue. I don't know if it's a FIFA issue. But again, look at what I'm doing to France here. I'm tearing them apart. 4-0 in the 79th minute. Like, what is going on? This is all on Legendary with sliders on. I have not changed anything on the difficulty, although I'm sure there's going to be someone in the comments section like, oh, Beakster HD, you changed the difficulty, bro. You're cheating on us. But I can assure you guys, it's still on Legendary. But, I mean, it didn't look like that. I mean, if I was watching this game footage as a viewer, I would not think it's Legendary. Carlos Vela is tearing people apart. Andres Guardado is embarrassing this French midfield. And for the most part, Mexico is just embarrassing France. Carlos Vela, 85th minute, 5-0. 5-0. Mexico over France. Would you believe that? Like, I don't understand how I'm playing this well after barely beating England as well as Switzerland. Like, I don't know, man. This France team either just played really, really bad today. They must have all just like gotten food poisoning or something before this game, or it's just the AI being really shite. Either way, they did get a goal back in the 88th minute, but what you're about to see is Carlos Vela being a ruthless little dude. Take a look right here. He beats his man Dembele and then makes it 6-1. 6-1. Not 7-1, 6-1. This is going to be something, if it actually happens, France would be utterly humiliated. Just look at this. Carlos Vela from a tight angle. Again, he is so good on that left foot. Like, he is Arjen Robben-esque on that left foot. If you give him his left foot, he's going to score on you. He's just guaranteed to put it into the back of the net with that left foot. It is just unreal how good Carlos Vela is with that left foot. So underrated for Mexico. So yeah, 11 shots, 9 on target. Carlos Vela gets a 10 out of 10. Probably the best performance from a Mexico player in the World Cup so far. And yeah, he is phenomenal. Take nothing away from him. So France go into the consolation bracket and they get third place. But now we play Belgium in the FIFA World Cup final. Vela and Hernandez probably are going to get golden boot if they score at least one goal against Belgium, as you can see there. Our top assister is Hector Herrera ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo and even Mesut Ozil. So pretty impressive stuff there. Even Carlos Vela and Chicharito with 3 assists each. It just goes to show how good, not just at scoring, but also at passing and creating opportunities this Mexican team is. We're going to need more of that against Belgium because Belgium, this is their golden generation. This is the team that Belgium as a country is expecting to at least get the one Jules Rimet trophy. So as you can see there, that's what we're going for. That's what Belgium are going for. This is going to be a very, very tough game. Keep in mind, Belgium just as deep as France. I'm sure they'll be playing a little bit better than France did against us, so this could be a bit more of a challenge. But nevertheless, when you think of Belgium, you think of Company, you think of Courtois, you think of Vermaelen. Actually, no, you don't. You think of Vertonghen. You think of, I think that's Meunier, Witsel, De Bruyne. I think that's Carrasco. Yeah, I pretty much was able to name every Belgium player there. No Toby Alderweireld, though, for Belgium, which kind of surprised me. I'm not sure. Maybe he's injured, but definitely Alderweireld is the better defender than Vermaelen. So again, that's the defense we're going to be going up against with Lozano, Chicharito, and that Mexico attack. So take a look right here at Belgium. On their bench, they've got Dendoncker, Fellaini, Batshuayi, Nainggolan. They've got Vermaelen, Company, and Vertonghen in defense. It's a back three for them. Meunier, Witsel, De Bruyne, Carrasco from the Chinese league. They've got Dries Mertens, Eden Hazard, and Romelu Lukaku. Oh boy, in attack. So our defense is going to be under a bit of pressure today in the World Cup final. We've got Ochoa starting, same back four, Vela on the bench, Jimenez on the bench, Fabian. Those three players I will probably bring off the bench if we need them. Guardado, Dos Santos, Herrera, our unsung heroes, and then of course Corona, Hernandez, and Lozano, the goal scorers who need to keep doing what they do best if we're going to beat Belgium in the FIFA 18 World Cup final. So early on, Belgium, as expected, were playing better than us. It's going to be Thomas Meunier here to feed Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne, that ball is on a string with them. We're going to come down in towards Mertens. Mertens goes down to Carrasco, first time hit, and it goes off the post. Carrasco now again on the attack. We can't get the ball off him. He's so strong on it. Witsel also strong on it. And eventually they get into the box. And Lukaku just casually finesses it into the side netting. And Belgium take a 1-0 lead. 35 minutes in. They draw first blood. Really good play from Carrasco as well as Witsel. Both of them very strong on the ball. Just holding it up so easily with the defenders on them. And Lukaku makes it 1-0. 42nd minute now. Carrasco turns. Loses the ball. Witsel retrieves it. Hazard's going to take it. He's going to lose the ball. And then Lukaku almost heads in our clearance. Horrible clearance by Hector Moreno. And we almost pay for it. However, what you're about to see is even worse. We give it right back to Belgium. Dries Mertens in our final third of the pitch. Ochoa nowhere to be seen, and I was just trying to get to halftime at this point. I should have just cleared it away, but yeah, embarrassing to say the least. 2-0 down in the final. We have a long road to climb above. 60th minute now. Belgium again on the attack. Romelu Lukaku so strong on the ball. Feeds Thomas Meunier. Meunier loses the ball though to Dos Santos. Great hustle from him, and he is going to send it over the top in towards Lozano. Perfectly timed through. A gorgeous through ball. But then the final ball to Hernandez just wasn't there. 72nd minute now. We're going to feed Marco Fabian. Marco Fabian with the ball roll. Feeds Salcido up to Hernandez. Hernandez fake shots in. Does Vertonghen and then puts it in past Thibaut Courtois. Much needed goal to make it 2-1 with only 17 minutes left. We really needed that. Great fake shot to get away from Vertonghen. Courtois doing his best clown impression there, just completely missing the ball. And as you can see there, Javier Hernandez with a very timely goal to make it 2-1. However, in the 81st minute, Belgium with Fellaini on the pitch almost make it 3-1. If they had gotten that goal, that would have been game over. We are playing on a very tight edge here. Ochoa has to keep making saves, and he does to keep it 2-1. Now, look at that throw into Vela. Look at the pass from Vela. Look at the through ball to Vela, who gets in behind. Thomas Meunier chasing after Carlos Vela on that left foot. He's going to take on that left foot. He's going to score to make it 2-2. 85 minutes into the game, we are back level with Belgium. Look at this from Carlos Vela, accelerating past his defenders. I thought about using his right foot, but then I remembered he's got a 2-star weak foot. Why not go with that left foot? It is a magic wand, and once again, Carlos Vela does his magic for us. Belgium eventually did have one last opportunity here, but I did clear it away. And in the World Cup final, we go into added time. First minute of added time, Mexico on the ascendancy. Herrera is going to feed Jimenez. Perfect through ball to Marco Fabian. In the clear, 3-2. Yes! Mexico in the 93rd minute take the lead. Unreal scenes in Moscow. Can you imagine Mexico City at this point? if Mexico was beating Belgium 3-2 in the World Cup final. Great run from Marco Fabian. Great ball from Jimenez. Great finish from Mexico. Even as an American, this would be unreal to see in a World Cup final because no one would expect them to do this against Belgium. Hazard almost equalizes for them in the 102nd minute. We clear it away, and take a look at what Mexico are going to do here. Carlos Vela coming on the attack again. Belgium nearly scored on the other end, and now Mexico with a chance to make it 4-2. Carlos Vela is an assassin. He is a killer. He is Carlos Vela John Wick in Spanish? Because this dude is just killing teams in the FIFA World Cup. I mean, look at this. Beautiful roulette. Pass Company. Takes a touch, shows the strength, does not let Company get him off balance, and then, I mean, unreal finish. Carlos Vela, John Wick, basically the same person. 4-2. Both are assassins. Both are killing the big teams in the World Cup. And then again, Fabian to Herrera, the assist king in the World Cup, is going to get another one as Raul Jimenez makes it 5-2. Yep, 5-2 in a FIFA World Cup final. Mexico are on their way to becoming FIFA World Cup champions. Unreal scenes. Beautiful play again from Mexico. The spacing, the understanding from every player is so good. And just, if you're a Mexican subscriber and you've watched this far, you deserve to see Mexico win a World Cup. I will say Belgium did make things interesting. As you can see there, De Bruyne feeds Lukaku. And then eventually, take a look right here. Really good play again from Belgium. Not sure where this was earlier, but as you can see there, they actually made it 5-4 with negative 28 seconds left in the game. But eventually, game over. Mexico are your FIFA 18 World Cup champions. Carlos Vela, Fabian, and Jimenez all contributing to an unbelievable win over Belgium. Think about the teams we beat in this World Cup to get here. Belgium, France, England, Germany. We pretty much played all of the toughest teams that you can possibly play in a FIFA World Cup to win the Jules Rimet trophy. Just unreal scenes. Again, look at that. Hector Moreno, captain, is ready to lift up the trophy. Vela, Hernandez, everyone ready to celebrate. And yeah, unbelievable, guys. Truly unbelievable. Would you believe that? The Jules Rimet trophy going to Mexico. Everyone is gassed. Mexico is going to be partying for the next month and a half. And Hector Moreno, captain of the Mexican national team, hoists up the World Cup trophy. So, yeah, that's it, guys. I'm all done. I've had a lot of fun doing this again. It's been a busy summer for me. I haven't been able to do much with Malaga, but I will say I'm glad that I was able to find time to at least commentate for the FIFA World Cup mode because this was a lot of fun for me. I hope it was a lot of fun for you. If you guys stuck this far into the video, you guys are awesome. I love you. Seriously. This was fun for me. Mexico, World Cup champions. I'm gonna go take a nap now. I'm pretty happy with this. So, yep. I'm done. I'll see you guys soon in the summer, and hopefully I'll have more FIFA content coming your way. So again, I hope to see you guys soon. Peace.